The house that eats time. For as long as anyone could remember, the old Morton house had been abandoned. It sat on the outskirts of town, wrapped in thick vines, its windows black and hollow like empty eye sockets. People said time moved differently inside, that those who entered either never came out or returned, changed. No one knew where the rumors started, but over the years, dozens had tried to spend a night inside. Some vanished. Others were found wandering the woods days later, unable to recall what had happened inside the house. And then there was Daniel Grayson. Daniel didn't believe in ghost stories. A skeptic at heart, he laughed at the old legends and decided to prove everyone wrong. He was going to stay the night, record everything, and show the world that there was nothing supernatural about the house. He arrived just before midnight, camera in hand, flashlight cutting through the thick darkness. The air was heavy, dense with the scent of old wood and something rotten beneath. As he stepped inside, the door groaned behind him, then slammed shut. Daniel's flashlight flickered. The room was bigger than he expected, the walls stretching impossibly high, as if the house had grown taller on the inside. Dust swirled in the air, and somewhere in the shadows, something clicked. A grandfather clock stood in the center of the hallway, its hands spinning wildly. Daniel took a step closer, but the air thickened, pressing against him like unseen hands. His camera glitched, the screen distorting with static. Then, the whispering began. At first, it was faint, like wind through dead leaves. Then it grew louder, voices overlapping, frantic, desperate. "Help us, find the key, it's too late, don't turn around." Daniel froze. His breath hitched. Something was behind him. Slowly, he turned. The hallway was gone. In its place was an endless stretch of doorways, each one identical, each one slightly ajar. The whispering grew urgent. "Pick one. Hurry." Heart pounding, Daniel lunged toward the nearest door and yanked it open. Behind it was his childhood bedroom. His old bed, his posters, even the crack in the ceiling, exactly as he remembered. But something was off. The air was wrong. The clock on the wall ticked backward. His reflection in the mirror stared at him, but didn't move. Then it smiled. Daniel stumbled back, slamming the door shut. The whispering turned into screams. The walls shifted, the house breathing around him. He ran, door after door, each leading to another memory, another version of his past, some he didn't even recognize. Then, he saw it. A door unlike the others. Rusted, covered in deep claw marks, with a single keyhole in the center. The whispers became one voice. "Time is running out." His hands shook as he reached into his pocket. Somehow, impossibly, a key was there. He didn't question it. He jammed it into the lock and turned. The door exploded open, and Daniel fell forward, out into the street. Morning light stung his eyes. The house was gone. Not abandoned, not in ruins. Gone. Daniel stumbled to his feet, disoriented. His camera was gone. His phone was dead. But something was worse, something was wrong. The town was different. The buildings, the cars, the streets, everything had changed. He turned to a newspaper stand and grabbed the first paper he saw. The date read February 19, 2087. Daniel had only been inside the house for one night. But outside, 62 years had passed. And somewhere, deep in the void where the house once stood, something watched and waited.